Howdy guys, hope everybody is doing well as always. Now in this video I just wanted to talk to you guys about keywords and specifically choosing the right keywords, right? I just got off a call to a new potential student and she brought something to my attention that I already knew about but hadn't had to worry about for quite a while. But for you guys out there doing low and no content and different types of strategies outside of the public domain, this is a problem that you may not be aware of. Now, a lot of people use these tools like Publisher Rocket or Helium 10 or KDP Spy, KD Spy, or all these tools, right? And they specifically and solely rely upon these tools to choose their keywords based off specific ranking variables and factors and things like search volume versus competition versus competitive score and all of this fancy stuff that makes these tools look great. Anyway, these tools are literally just a guide, right? Do not base your entire keyword strategy around a specific tool, especially if you're not working with public domain, right? Because these guides will fluctuate, and they will fluctuate extremely, right? So for example, this person who I was just on a call with, if she's watching, hello, this person said that within a 20-day space she had done all of her keyword research and she had really good keywords that she thought were going to do really well, and then 20 days later she decided to publish that book and she just thought she would check those keywords off again using the same tools. And this time, the search volume was so low on these keywords that she thought, whoa, what the hell's going on here? And guys, this comes down to these tools just being a guide, right? They're never 100% accurate because Amazon doesn't release the sort of information that these tools claim to give you. Amazon does not release them to the public, and they can't be mined, right, from Amazon's back end because Amazon has a vault locking this stuff away. All right, so these tools, it's all an educated guess. Anyway, how do we overcome this? How do we overcome the problem of doing all of our keyword research and relying upon specific tools to give us the data that we require? Now, these tools aren't completely useless. They will give you some pretty good data and some good keywords to start with, right? So once you've got the keywords that you think these are the keywords, it's now time to actually check whether these keywords trend, like what the trend is on these keywords. Has, over the last 12 months, has the search volume on these keywords been going up or has it been trending down? This is the most important factor when it comes to keywords, because month by month, keyword search volume will fluctuate. It will, right? And that could be one of the reasons why these tools do this stuff. But within a short space of 20 days, it shouldn't have fluctuated from super high search volume to almost next to nothing, right? It's just these tools, they're just not 100% accurate. Nothing in the world is 100% accurate, but these tools should only be looked upon as a guide. So guys, how do we determine over the past 12 months if the keywords that we've chosen using tools like Publisher Rocket, KD Spy, and all of the other tools out there, we've chosen keywords, we believe that they're the keywords that are going to get us sales with our specific book that we want to publish? How do we figure out whether these keywords are actually trending up or down in the search volume? So it's very simple, right? Google and Amazon are both search engines. Amazon is an e-commerce search engine, the biggest in the world, and Google is the biggest, I guess, like search engine when it comes to information, right? Finding information. However, they both work very similar on a similar basis. Google has become a lot more advanced than the Amazon A9 algorithm these days. However, they still do work based off the same principles. And the people searching Amazon are often searching Google at the same time using the same keywords. So Google is a very good place to start and end, actually, right? So if you have your keywords, let's get back to this. You've got your book, you've found your keywords through these tools, and you think these keywords are the gun, they're going to make me a ton of money. It's now time to check if they're trending. So where do we check if things are trending, guys? Google Trends, right? It's a free tool. It's trends.google.com, and then just make sure that you choose worldwide and type in your keyword and choose search term. Right? And you're going to very quickly see over the past 12 months, choose 12 months as well. You're going to very quickly see if it's trending up or down. If these keywords are trending down over the past 12 months, they're not good keywords because they're going to continuously trend down. And even if you do have a good search volume on them now, within another 6 months, they're just going to tank, right? And that's why you want to look at a long space, like a 12-month period, right? You want to look at that. So you know, we're talking about longevity here in business. If we're going to build a business that is going to be long-term sustainable, you need to look at long-term sustainable keywords. Now, if that keyword has been running along a flat line, you know, it'll always fluctuate slightly, but you're looking at from point A to point Z, right, over the past 12 months. If point A is here and point Z is here and it's pretty even, well, the keyword's not specifically bad, right? Particularly, I should say, not particularly bad, but it's not good either. But if it's got good search volume on it and it's not trending up or down, I would still use that keyword. However, if your keyword has good search volume on it, a relatively low competition score, competition doesn't really bother me, but I do public domain, right? So when it comes to low content books, and that competition's a big factor. So if your keyword's got a low competition score and relatively good search volume, and then you go and you look at how this keyword's trending through Google, and it started down here and now it's up here, you've got a gun keyword, man. You've got a gun keyword, and that's over the past 12 months. So in the next 12 months, it should be up here, right? And therefore, you're building a long-term sustainable business based on your keywords. Now, guys, keywords are not the only thing that are going to rank your books. The A9 algorithm works off a whole bunch of different variables, and too much to put into this video, but one day I will do a video about the A9 algorithm. That's not going to be today. It'll be a lot more in-depth than this. Anyway, guys, so let's just recap on this. If you're doing keyword research, do not rely specifically on these fancy tools that we all buy and use. They are good, right? But they're only good to give you an idea of what keywords are going to work for you. Do not go specifically off these keyword tools. Once you find the keywords in these tools that have a relatively high or good search volume and a low competition ranking, if you're working with low and no content books, or any books really, low competition's always good, but in some different industries like public domain and what I do, it does not, it's not as important, right, as being a factor for ranking. So once you're at that point, then make sure that this keyword is sustainable, right? Make sure it's not going to fluctuate all the way down here. Make sure it's on, well, it's going to fluctuate, but make sure that it's trending up or trending on a flat line, right? So head over to Google Trends. Again, that's trends.google.com. Type in your keyword, choose worldwide or US or whatever you want, but I usually choose worldwide. Choose the last 12 months because you want to look at it over a long-term period. This is a long-term business, guys. And make sure you choose search term, right? So I'm going to give you an example here. I've typed in love story, right? Love story is a keyword that has massive search volume. It also has massive competition because it's one of those genres that everybody wants to get into. But if you actually have a look at this keyword, right? Love story. I don't know if you guys can see that well. Here it starts here, and over 12 months, it's actually trending down, guys. It's actually trending down. So love story, that specific keyword, is not a keyword that I would ever use. Even though it has huge search volume, it's doing good numbers when it comes to sales, right? Over the next year or two, it's going to be a crap keyword. It's not going to be working anymore. Now, obviously, they can trend back up, But if you look at over the past 12 months, this keyword's trended down quite substantially, and it's going to continuously trend down, in my opinion. Maybe a long tail keyword with love story in it might be trending up, so it might be something to look at. But anyway, guys, the whole moral of this video is ensure that you look at the trend of your keyword, because it's going to make all the difference long term in your business. All right, guys, you all have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.